It's Quick Spin, bitches! Hello everybody and welcome to a special episode of Quick Spin where we're going to be doing RJ's top 5 EPs. Let's get started. Number 1 is the Parallax Hypersleep Dialogues released in April of 2011 by Between the Buried and Me. The Hypersleep Dialogues was a follow-up to Between the Buried and Me's full-length release, The Great Misdirect, which I fucking love. I think it's on my top 10 albums of all time. I'm not sure. It should be. But this was actually a continuation. It was their first concept record of sorts. It wasn't a full length, but their first concept record where they actually went off the story of the last song, Swim to the Moon, which is actually my favorite song of all time. And they went on with the story, and it was very entertaining. You know, not much was done for the band in terms of growth. You know, it was the same Between the Buried and Me formula. You know, long songs. There's only 3 songs, but it's 30 minutes, you know, long songs. But it's fucking good. I'll tell you that much. Next on the list. Next on the list, it's Valdosta by Mayday Parade. Now, this record, you know, it's just an acoustic record, you know, I think there's 2 original songs, 4 just acoustic covers of Mayday Parade's other songs, but this album actually means a lot to me. You know, I've listened to this. I used to listen to this every day in my car. I used to listen to this all the time. I love the record. I love the sound of Derek's voice. I don't like the sound of Jake's voice singing Jason Lancaster's parts. But overall, it's a pretty good record. I mean, it's number 4 on my top 5 EPs of all time list. Next on the list. Now, this next one isn't technically an EP. Well, it is sometimes if you think about it, but it's kind of an EP. It's The Fame Monster by Lady Gaga. Now, the reason this isn't technically an EP is because in some places, this record was only released as just, you know, a continuation of The Fame, where she just put 8 songs in front of The Fame and said, oh, it's The Fame Monster. These are just like some bonus tracks. But in some places, she said, oh, you know, we'll just make it an EP. So I consider it an EP, and it's pretty fucking good. And I think The Fame Monster, with everything, you know, The Fame Monster plus The Fame, I think that is on my top 10 albums of all time. And that's why this made number 3. Next on the list. Next on the list, this album was released in January of 2003, which actually makes it the oldest record that I like. The oldest EP that I like on the list. But it's The Heartless Control Everything by the Chiodos brothers. Now, the Chiodos brothers would go on to be Chiodos. And obviously, massively successful post-hardcore band. And they've enjoyed a lot of success, and unfortunately they broke up, but I think they got back together, I'm not sure. I don't know, but they released, you know, some good albums, but this album it's so good. I think it really just proves, like, I think they were still in high school when they did this, and it just really proves that they were great musicians, and that they were destined for greatness. And I listen to it all the fucking time because it's so fucking good. You should listen to it right now. Yeah, listen to it right now. Next up is number 1 on the list. Number 1 on my motherfucking list. You ready? Is the anticipation coming? Is the anticipation coming? You know it's gonna be. You know what's gonna be. If you know me, you probably know what's gonna be. It's The Complexity of Light by Children of Nova. This was released in the March of 2009. It's so fucking good. It's like a progressive rock fucking, like, it's very heavily inspired by, I think, like the Mars Volta, you know, bands like that. You know, it's stunning vocals, like, just amazing, like, story. It's kind of, I think it's a concept album. It's definitely a concept album. But there's, like, it's a very underappreciated record in that there's no Wikipedia page on it. I mean, the band isn't together anymore. They released a full-length right after this that wasn't very successful. And it's just a very underappreciated album that you can't find much about. You know, there's not really much speculation as to what the songs are about. You know, I have my own little idea, but they're very fantasy-esque songs. But they're fucking good. It's so good. I listen to this album at least once a week. And I used to listen to it every day. So that's it for my list.